Yeah, it's tersse back on the old squat box again, and this is like a religious atheism kind of video. What people who are religious would think, well, why do atheists care so much about my religion? And I say, well, it's because it's a religion. If I was to meet you, say we went out in a field, I'm working for the farmer, you're working for the farmer, we're cutting down hay, we, fucking handheld fucking, scythes and that, and gathering it up, and the farmer comes out and says, oh, I found out that you're an atheist and you don't believe in God. And I say, yeah, that's true. And he says, well, you're sacked, And I say, well, why? I say, well, because you don't believe in my God, I'm not going to employ you. I've got plenty of, people who believe in my God I could employ and give a wage to. Why should I employ an atheist? Fuck off, That's the sort of reason why I don't like religion. Now, do I dislike the fact that people would believe in a God? No, I don't really want to say that it's illegal for you to believe in a God. I really just don't want you to come into the city centre and say you've got to believe in my God or you don't get employed. If you don't believe in my God, we're going to stone you to death. If you don't believe in my God, then we're going to drive you out of town, burn your house down, And I know what you people say, well, that's not what religion does, but it is. Belief in God doesn't do it, but religion does it. And we see it more today than ever. People being refused to work in hospitals, being refused to work for charities, people being abused because of their sexuality, because it doesn't conform to some religious book's view, and therefore the people in that religion being brainwashed from the pulpit by their pastors and their vicars and their reverends or whatever, saying we can't have these people in our society because they're a danger to our children when they're not, And atheists are, no, oh, they're horrible, they will destroy us, they will destroy our town, they will destroy our church, No, we won't. What we will try to do is to make you conform to the normal human responses that another human being should have to each other. You shouldn't be able to pick on one or the other persons in their community simply because they don't go to your church and don't worship your God. That's where religion is bad. If you want to believe in your God, believe in your God. Love your God. Worship Him with all your heart. But don't start questioning other people and then despising them because they don't worship your God. Only religions do that. Religious individuals don't, but as a group, you do. And if you read the book of your religion, I'll bet you none of them, other than perhaps the strange, weird passages in the Bible or the Quran, and people who totally believe in them, then it tells you to kill the apostate and drive out the people who are different. And some of you pastors and heads of your church, unfortunately, are inclined to believe that that's the most important part of the Bible. Whereas, when I was being taught religion as a young child, I'm talking about from, I don't know, from 3 to 6 or 7 or 8 year old, the only part of the Bible I was being taught was how to be good to each other, how to accept people outside religion, how to get on with other people. But But to be honest with you, I've never seen it. Even from kids my own age, they were being told that as they were being educated into the religion, but whenever they went to their parents or the religious leaders, religious teachers, and asked them difficult questions about how they should treat others who weren't like them, they were told, you're the only good one. You're the only guy who understands the truth. You're the only girl who knows the truth. You're the only ones that are going to be accepted by God. They're all heathens and all bad. You've got to shun them. Don't speak to them. Don't mix with them. And it was being educated in us at a very young age. I rejected it at a very, very young age because I suppose I just had a stronger ability to see bullshit, Probably because I'd asked these questions to my brothers and my mother, and I was told that it was all shit and you shouldn't hate people simply because they're different. But you should see them as an ability to explore different understandings of the world that you might never come across because you're not like them. Can you understand that? That's what I was being taught in my family. I should use the experience when I meet people different from me to try and understand the world better by trying to see it through their eyes and their understanding. And I should use that with my view and understanding of the world to see a more full view of the world. But you don't get that in religions. In religions they try to minimise any view of the world down to only their view. And it's a very dangerous thing for any community to find themselves pitted against their neighbour because of a difference of the view of the world. Almost everything in the universe is bigger than us. We are individuals. We try to group together to make ourselves bigger than the universe, but we will never get there. But that really is the battle we have. How do we understand the universe and its gigantic magnificence and our place in it? Some people try to do it through the rejection of any view outside theirs, and others like me trying to understand it through incorporating all other views with my view and trying to come to a rational balance of thought, of understanding. And I'll probably never come to full understanding of anything in my lifetime. All I can do is try and understand what I can in the time that's given me. Just wish more people would think like that and not join these hooey fucking clubs that they give gigantic names to, like Christianity and Muslim, Jew, Hindu, Buddhism, Shinto, you know what I mean? They're all just clubs. It's like joining the Boys Brigade and going by their tenets, or joining the British Army and seeing the world through the view of the small group of the army you're in, be it, the Welsh Guards or the English fucking Guards or the Mounted Cavalry or the, the Royal Highland Fusiliers, you're only seeing it through what you've been told, what you've been taught, and the universe is much vaster than anything, even you put all their thoughts together, much vaster than anything you could amalgamate from all those conjoined, you know. So I knew at an early age I would never understand the universe. I knew pretty much after about, 20 years I would probably never even understand myself. It was a ever-changing, growing, crazy configuration of brain cells or whatever, thoughts and deeds and regrets, yeah. That is the world. Half of us think we know ourselves, and a small percentage know we will never know anything about life, and there's some of us in the middle who know a lot about one specific thing, The people who are most lost in life are those who religiously think they know everything and think they know the answers and don't want to listen to anything that might change their mind. But those are the ones we need to work on the most, because those are the ones who really are fucking the world up. So give that motherfucker.